Welcome back to another video. Today we are reviewing Peter B. Parker from Mafex, which happened to be a really big surprise. I really enjoyed this figure. Now we move on to his accessories, of which he's got plenty, starting with his really cool trench coat. I really like the soft goods, and it really makes me upset to think that this figure is so amazing, but they couldn't give us any of this stuff on the Wolverine, on the Cyclops, Deadpool, or Storm. 4 Mafex that I opened recently that absolutely made me upset in the fact that they barely had anything. Yes, they look really cool, and yes, I love those characters, but man, shouldn't they come with more stuff? Look at Peter B. Parker, how much he comes with. This trench coat alone looks badass. His pizza, of course, because he likes his pizza. He's got that little tummy and coffee. I can relate to this Spider-Man more than any other of them because, you know, I like pizza and I like coffee. But yeah, he's got plenty of accessories, plenty. And this figure, just like I said, makes me happy, but also makes me really angry, thinking we could have gotten better from Mafex, from the last 4 toys that I bought that cost $100 each. But you know, I got them from Japan, so they were a little less expensive. But still, that's not the point. They were super expensive and they should have come with more stuff. If you think I'm right, then just tell me here, right? Because I really feel like we could have got better. Anyways, I told myself I wasn't going to get upset about that anymore. I mean, I really like these toys and you can see the passion, right? You can hear it. I'm sure you guys are the same. His webbing here, he's got plenty of variations on it. This hando, this little thing there, little wart thing he's got going on there, I couldn't figure out what that was for. Could you? His webbing there, it goes around his wrist. This is probably the one thing about this figure that I'm like, I think Mafex kind of messed up right here. They should have made that part translucent, not just straight up white maybe, or figure out a different way to have it look cool, because this looks weird. This looks like a cosplay webbing, right? Like you just put it around your wrist and you throw it out there and not shoot it out there. I don't know, I don't like this at all. But I don't know, I'm not like a custom figure maker person, so was there a better way? I like these because, you know, he's holding on to his webbing. This looks seamless, it looks good, but it could have been better, right? If some of you out there can customize your toys, tell me, how could they have made that better than showing it around his wrist? As I always tend to do, I'll pretty much start off with the head sculpts here, of which he's got plenty. He's got his Peter B. Parker look. He looks just like the cartoon. I mean, if you watch that cartoon, you can see this and see every angle of him looks just like that. The likeness is incredible. The detail is great. The paint job is really nice. That 5 o'clock barely there shadow looks really good. It's painted on really nice. His hair has texture and detail. I am on board with that. I was really new at one point. I had no idea how to change the head sculpts here. So for those of you that are new, just know that each head sculpt sometimes comes with its own neck sculpt. And so you have to change the neck and put the head on, and then you can put on the figure right here on at the neck, at the base. So I don't consider myself an expert at these toys here. I'm not. I don't know who would say I'm an expert. But anyways, I am just a guy that loves his figures and has the equipment to film this in such a way that I think looks really good. Look at his second head sculpt. I'm showing you this extreme close-up of it so you can see not just the paint, but the texture and the detail. Check out head sculpt number 3. He's got those squinty eyes, again with the nice texture, the nice paint. You rub your fingers over his face, his body, and you can feel each web line across. It's really nice. I wish they had toys like this when I was younger. They didn't. I'm old. Some of you guys watching this are pretty young, I'm sure. So he's got 3 sculpts here, but I didn't look in the box well enough because apparently there's actually 4. This is the 4th one. He's got that mask kind of halfway on. I mean, dude, you get 4 head sculpts. That's crazy. That's more than the Mafex that we get recently. They're skimpy on the accessories. Not Peter B. Parker, man. He comes with a lot of stuff. Okay, so if you think he's got enough head sculpts, man, check out how many hands he has. He has 9 total pairs of hands. Here are 3 of them. Some of these hands look super similar to each other, but they all have the same amount of texture. They all have the nice paint job. You know what? If they want to give us more hands, I'm all here for that. I like having more accessories. It gives you more options for the toy photography part of it. Taking photos of my toys was the #1 reason I wanted these toys, because they look so cool, but now I want them because they're just so cool to look on my shelf. First pair of hands, kind of open hands, super detailed. I really like them. I mean, they're standard kind of hands, they're open. He's got a ton of them that look similar to this, I think, but you know what, like I said, I'll take them. Second pair of hands, again, they're open hands, but they're a little bit more open, so maybe like web crawling hands. They don't have magnets on them though, so it's not like you can put them web crawling, but they work really well. His third pair of hands has his fingers a little bit closed off, just a little bit. They look similar to the first and second pair, but they're slightly different. And like I said, I'll take them. They all have that nice paint job, although I can notice a little bit of a paint mishap right there. I know that there's a ton of toy reviewers out there, I get it, but I really want you to pay attention to the details here, because I try and show you the things that I wish I could have seen from other toy reviewers. The details, just how cool they look. I want you to see, look at his hand right there, it's super detailed again, and these are his web shooting hands, obviously. Again, I really have to point out how Mafex really surprised me here, giving you so many accessories. His fifth pair of hands, thumbs up. That's something I would think of Deadpool doing, but Peter B. Parker is very expression filled. He's a good character. I really like him. Okay, so on to his sixth pair of hands. This is number 6. They're magnets. This is actually one of my favorites because you can put them on your fridge. Using these in combination with his feet that have magnets, there's just no way that I could think of him falling off your fridge even when you open it violently to get to the ice cream or something. No, he's gonna stay on there. They're pretty good magnets. His 7th pair, there's slight variations on other ones you've seen. His fingers are a little bit more pointed outwards. Like I said, some of these look really similar, but I'll take them all. And because every action figure needs to punch something, he's got his punching hands. Also super detailed. I don't really see any paint mishaps. The texture is incredible. I like them a lot. So his last pair of hands are kind of like the punching hands. His hands are a little bit closed. They're used to hold on to his webbing. Again, that's a lot of hands. 9 pair of hands. What other figure do you know that has 9 pair of hands? Nothing that I've opened so far. This is the most. It's not very often that I have a whole section just for feet. I mean, every figure has them, right? Or I think they do. Some of them, maybe not. Maybe you guys can tell me which ones don't have feet. Anyways, he's got mismatching shoes, a boot, a shoe right there. Both of them with super nice detailing. I mean, you can see the texture on the thing, right? You look at that right there. I mean, you can feel it too. If you rub your thumb on it, it just feels textured. And I love that, man. Why can't they do that for other figures, man? Anyways, look, he's got his boots. He's got his Spider-Man feet and his, toe feet. Okay, here. They should have painted his toes a little bit. They should have put a little bit more texture here. I feel like they got to the shoes or the feet and they said, all right, let's just get it in there. But his skin could have used a little bit more texturing, a little bit more wash. Everything else is great though, and it's such a nitpicky little thing, but whatever. I really like the fact that you're given all these combinations of things that you can use. He's got different legs. I mean, the bottom part of his leg, because these go with his Spider-Man feet. The non-suit ones, they go with his feet. So, you get it. Although I bet you can do all kinds of combinations of things. But look, his magnets right here. When you use these in combination with his hands, it looks really good. I mean, it feels good and it stays on your fridge. And look at it. These look virtually the same. But when you take photos of them, you're going to be happy you got the one without the magnets. You also get this mask, like he took it off. It's cool. I like it. Articulation. Well, he's Spider-Man. So he looks up about that much and he looks down about that much. He looks to the side that much and he looks to the other side that much. He's Spider-Man. He can look anywhere. His hands, his arms, they go up about that much. That's pretty good. They go far back about that much. They go inwards about that much thanks to that butterfly joint. I mean, he can move in any kind of way you want him to move. That looks good. He can do a whole lot of poses. The elbow bend here is really great. Look, he's Spider-Man, alright? And he's a Mafex. So the only thing holding you back is your own imagination. He can swivel his waist about that much, but he can do it more too. You can pose him in any way you want. Look at any of the comic books that he's, Spider-Man comic books, and try and copy a pose. You can probably do it. In fact, I challenge all of you to get this figure and figure out a pose that he does in the comic books that you cannot do with him. And I bet you can't do it. Not very easily. He does have gaps though when he does do these really cool poses, so which sucks, but it's understandable. For toy photographers, I can see how that would be a detriment. You don't want to see gaps. So the one thing I figured he could do better, but he doesn't, is the splits. He can kick really high. He can bend his elbow, his knee. He can do his toe articulation. I mean, he's got a lot going on. I can't wait to pose him in McFarlane kind of Spider-Man poses. Oh man, when he drew Spider-Man, McFarlane, my favorite artist, that was badass. And again, look at the texture. Look at it just looks really good. Looks really, really good. So here he is next to Black Adam from Figuarts, Wolverine from Mafex, and Cyclops from Marvel Legends. I want you to look at one thing here. Maybe I'll make a video really comparing the two things here, but look at Spider-Man and look at Wolverine. Just from this picture right here, you can see the difference in sculpt and texture, right? Am I wrong? And please don't tell me it's because Wolverine is based on comic books and Peter B. Parker on a cartoon. It's just, I don't buy that at all. As much as I like Peter B. Parker, I think Gambit is so dope, man. This figure blew me away so much. I like Peter B. Parker a lot though. It's hard. This is easy though. I really don't like Cyclops that much, man. His shading, his texture, it's not there. Peter B. Parker's is. Maybe I'll do a comparison video just in the different kind of Mafex quality you get. I didn't think that it would be this hard to find this figure at this point in time, but you can get them from Japan for $67.75. But if you don't buy multiple things here, the shipping alone is going to be like $25. So I don't know that this is the best place to get them, but if you buy 2 or 3 or 4 figures, the shipping comes down to like $10 a piece. The other place to get them is from Big Bad Toy Store for $105 plus $4 shipping. I couldn't find this on Amazon or anywhere else, so I didn't realize it was going to be this difficult to get them, but apparently it is. And this is the number one thing I hate about toy collecting, is that it's collecting, and so prices go up, resale market, etc., etc. I just want the toy, man. I don't want it for its value and collectability. I just want to play with them. How about you? I wish I had the space to keep every single box, but seriously, I have about 100 toys that I haven't even opened yet, and like 80 that I did open. It's crazy. But this is the box. If you like boxes, this is actually a really cool one. It's got good art. I like it a lot. But it's in the trash now, like every other box, except for a few tin ones. But yeah, if you like boxes, here you go. I should probably ask you to like and subscribe and all that good stuff at the beginning of the video. Maybe next time I'll remember, but these videos take me a while, so I would really appreciate it. If you like seeing close-ups of the figures that you might want to buy or that you already have, whatever, just subscribe and I would really appreciate that. Thanks.